After camping with the cows, we packed up and headed further into the desert for Section B of the Pacific Crest Trail. This section is about 100 miles from Warner Springs to Highway 10. Starting early or late in the day would be a good idea, as the first few miles are through a meadow with no shade, although most of the hike will be without shade or water. I think you should still make the start of the hike as pleasant as possible. While identifying all the different flowers is not something I can do, I can say that in the spring there is a wide variety of flowers, with the flowering cacti being my favorite. We also saw many rattlesnakes and horned lizards along the trail. Like all long-distance hikes, you should come prepared. For this section, that means you should have more water than you think you will need, as there will be long dry sections. While not necessary, I would also suggest gaiters for your shoes, as they help keep the sand and small rocks out. Finally, you will also want a warm layer, because once the sun goes down it can get quite cold, especially in the higher elevations. If you are hiking this section in the spring, you will likely meet many other hikers and backpackers. In the last third of this section there were many downed trees and rocks on the trail, and some care should be taken when crossing these obstacles. According to alltrails.com, you will gain about 16,000 feet total over the length of this hike, although they show the mileage as 88 miles for this section. You will climb to nearly 9,000 feet, and depending on the time of the year you attempt this hike, you may want to carry micro spikes, as even mid-spring there was still snow on the ground. This section was hot and dry, almost like you are walking through a desert for nearly 100 miles. Much like the next 500 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail will be. While there were many scenic areas in this section, and both the start and end of this section are easy to access by car, I would not recommend doing just this section unless you live in Southern California. But at the end of this section, you can pretend to be a troll under a bridge, so there is that. Thank you for watching our second section video in our PCT section video series. We are working on the rest of the videos and post daily hiking videos regularly. So, if you would like to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to the channel.